In this video, I'm talking about 3 mistakes that people make when they're starting a striping business and how these mistakes can slow you down and prevent you from growing as fast as possible. You're also going to hear from Aiden, who is one of our students that came out for some in-person training, about how he invested in himself, he didn't sit around, and he took action. I'm also talking about some lead generation strategies in this one, so if you don't have at least 7 different ways that customers are coming into your business, then you probably need to watch this entire video. But if you're interested in getting some in-person training and want to learn more about how you can fast track your growth and success, send me a text message letting me know that you're interested, and we can see if you're really wanting to be just like Aiden and grow your business faster by investing in the proper education. Also, one more thing, if you're interested in parking lot striping and want to start a business that's highly profitable, be sure to check out the How to Stripe course so you can start striping, get customers, and quit your job. It will be the first link in the pinned comment section and the description, and you can always text me to get a discount. Let's get to the video. All right, Aiden, so the first mistake that people make when starting a striping business is they don't get the proper education. You came for in-person training. What would you say are some of the benefits to getting the proper training that could help you get started?
I got to get hands-on with the machine. I didn't just go and purchase a machine and then just wing it and not have any idea how to use one, nor have the feeling of using one. And then another huge thing would be the amount of money that I use to do the in-person training is going to save me way more in mistakes in the long run. I think if I wouldn't have done this course and someone had reached out to me to do a job or something, I probably would have showed up and been a little confused, not knowing where to start and how to do certain things compared to after doing the in-person with Chris. I mean, if someone was to call me to come out and even do a new construction layout or like a smaller sort, I would be able to read, 1, the site plan, and 2, I would know what to do. I'd feel comfortable just going to a job and getting it prepped and going into striping the actual job.
Yeah, because when you came, I mean, you got the full breakdown. I mean, you being on the machine, you were one of the best people that I've ever seen operate a striping machine. You were almost like a natural. I mean, every time when you were starting your stops, you were using a stencil, but it's like, even though with that stencil, you were hitting it right on the line every single time. And it was overall, I mean, you were probably the best person that's came for in-person training that we've ever had. And so you would say that to a person who's been thinking about it, that getting the proper education is very important.
If I wouldn't have done this and then went and bought my equipment and then went out and tried to find jobs and ended up getting a job and went to go out to do the job, I definitely would have gotten there and be like, okay, a little confused where to start. Probably would have started overthinking stuff, getting overwhelmed compared to now. I mean, if someone called me out to a job, I wouldn't even be stressed out about really doing it. I'd feel completely comfortable just doing the job.
Right. You're ready to go. I mean, and not only that, but you have access to training material, right? So you're ready to go. I mean, right now, you've already started your business. You've got your equipment. The second mistake that I see that people make when starting a striping business is they don't have a proper understanding of how to get customers. So not only did you come for the in-person training and get that hands-on experience, but you also took one of our courses. You took the How to Stripe course, and in that course, it teaches you multiple ways of how to get customers, GMB optimization, how to run Facebook ads, scraping, letter contacting, getting leads for pennies, and having access to those resources, multiple ways of how to get customers, really makes you more profitable and more money in the long run, because you're not just handing out business cards and wasting hours and hours and hours driving around like most people. It's pretty interesting because when we first released the training program almost a year ago, it was like $99. It was a fraction of the price of what it is now. And people who have since taken the course, just like you, now it has produced 6-figure earners and multiple 6-figure earners, not just, I mean, 1 or 2 people, but multiple people are now running 6 figures because not only do they know how to do parking lots, but they know how to get customers. And there's people that I've talked to that chose not to get the course when it was $99. I've had somebody that chose not to get the course whenever I first released it. They called me a couple weeks back And I asked him how the season's going, because I want to know how people are doing. He said he's only done 3 parking lots and he's handing out business cards and he's trying to get customers. Well, if you've been doing this for almost a year and you're on your 3rd parking lot and you're struggling to get customers, you should probably invest in some training, because what you're doing is not working. And since we've released the course, we have produced multiple 6-figure earners in this industry. And I know that you're going to be one of those people. So what would you say that is a benefit to you, not only getting hands-on training, but learning how to get customers? Now, would you say that you have a better understanding of how to go out and produce results since you've taken the trainings?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if I wouldn't have done this, I probably would have just been thinking of the 2 basic outlets of business cards and just going to the business, trying to get in touch with the property manager, whoever it is I talk to, compared to, like you said, all this different. And now I got 5, 6, maybe even 7 different outlets of ways to bring in jobs, compared to just the 2 basic ways that, not that you can't do it in this day and age, but the way stuff is nowadays, I mean, the Facebook and having a good Google business profile and all that stuff is just huge. Absolutely huge.
Yeah. 78% of our traffic in our business comes from Google. Just organic leads that come from Google, not having to pay for them, not having to go out and knock doors, hand out business cards, cold call, none of that. We have 78% of our traffic in our business that results in customer acquisition comes from Google. And we teach how to optimize a GMB profile. That way, when you stack up those Google reviews, man, those calls just keep coming in. And not only that, but the Facebook portion section. I mean, the same exact stuff that we teach in that how to run Facebook ads. We ran a Facebook ad about 2 months ago. It was the job that you came and helped me with.
I was say, the job you were telling me about, the seal coat and the striping job.
Yeah, we ran a Facebook ad for that job. We put $375 in the same way that we teach how to run Facebook ads in the course. Put $375 in it, landed a $14,000 crack fill seal coat and stripe. That was the one that you helped me on. So when you have access to resources like this, it helps you cut the learning curve, and it teaches you better ways of how to get customers. So you're not in year 1 handing out business cards, handing out flyers, cold calling, not getting results, getting discouraged, not being able to produce because you don't have the proper education. So I'm glad not only do you have that in-field training, but you also know how to go out and get customers. Now, a third mistake that I see that people make when starting a striping business is not getting the proper equipment to start with. I mean, I see people, not that there's anything wrong with hand rolling, but it's like there should be some forward progression. Like if you're going to start hand rolling, after about 4 or 5 jobs, you should have enough money for a down payment on a machine. Can you tell us about your machine, how you got started, and why you picked what you did?
Let's see. So I got a Graco 3400. You had me on the 39, which I thought was a 34. I just wasn't paying attention. But I just did a bunch of research on it and just looked at a lot of people use Graco. It's very reputable. And like you said, with the paint rollers, you can do that, but the amount of time that's going to take you to do a job compared to having a machine, it's huge, and time is money. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I've just been working like crazy and saving money and trying to find something to invest into, and this was it. So I kind of just have been dumping my whole savings into this, literally every penny, but taking a giant bet on myself. But with your help, I think I'll do completely fine.
Dude, I know you're going to do fine. Whenever I first started, I blew every dollar in our savings whenever I first got started, paying for paint, doing jobs at low cost, paying other people to help me. I burned through our savings, and my wife thought that I was nuts. I mean, she thought that I was crazy because this is all that we had. I mean, this is all that we had in our account. And it's almost like you're watching a football game and there's like a couple seconds left on the time clock, and that quarterback just launches that ball, that Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Wide receiver catches it. And, my wife thought I was crazy at first for putting everything into this, but after she seen the results and those calls started coming in, and then we went full time and we tripled our income, she was like, oh, it really works. And so I know you're going to do an amazing job. And I just want to say thanks for coming on the channel.
No, yeah, definitely. I appreciate you.